Let's do it. Shabbos, Sammy. 5 days. Bezrat Hashem, Chevra, L'Kavod Shabbos Kodesh, L'Kavod Chanukah, L'Kavod Sammy, L'Kavod Pirkei Avos, L'Kavod New Beginnings. So, Chevra, Tfil B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach, for Uben Ben Yosef Asara, Baruch Bas Yehudis, Yonah Bas Basa, Shir Bas Basa, Sana Reuben Ben Manin, every Neshama in Klal Yisrael. Open up your great light to us, the light that has no end, and let us be merged in it in the manner of running and returning, especially during our prayers. Help us be truly attached and surrendered to you, to the point that all independent ego will be erased and will be completely separated from materialistic thoughts and desires. When Hashem wants to help, no obstacle can stand in his way. We may be coarsely materialistic as a result of our deep exile amid the lust of the body and its evil traits. We are bound to our body like a chained, tormented prisoner. Strong lashon. In spite of this, you are mighty and abundantly able to save. For you, nothing is impossible. We confidently wait, hope, and expect that you will show us your abundant love and grant us everything we've asked of you. Bezrat Hashem, Chavra. Bezrat Hashem. Okay. Halacha l'maisa. Halacha l'maisa. We're here. Okay. Wait. We are right here. Okay. So we have an established rule that lighting fulfills the obligation. What does this mean? Exactly, lighting fulfills the obligation. This means that lighting the menorah constitutes the mitzvah. The act of lighting the menorah is the obligation itself. And therefore, at the time of lighting, the candles must already be in the proper place. Hachana. Just like we put the Shabbos candles out before Shabbos, we set the table. So too with the Hanukkah candles. We have to place them nicely before we light and with the proper amount of fuel. This rule excludes a case when one lit the menorah when it was positioned below 3 tefachim or above 20 amma, like we learned before in Sif 8. And then afterwards, while they are lit, place them in their proper place. Since the mitzvah is the act of lighting, they are not valid. Likewise, if at the time of lighting the menorah did not have the proper amount of oil, and he subsequently added oil, this is ineffective, and he's not fulfilled the mitzvah. So we have to be very, very exact and just on top of our game, right, in preparation to lighting the menorah. Likewise, if he placed the menorah in a place where the wind reaches and the flames stand to be extinguished, he has not fulfilled his obligation, even if he subsequently moved them away from the wind. However, this is halacha l'maisa, and he is obligated to light them again, but he should not recite the blessings again. However, and we're going to finish with this. However, if he placed them in a proper place and lit them there, and by chance they were extinguished afterwards, he's already fulfilled the mitzvah and he need not light the menorah again. Although this is the halacha, nevertheless, the custom is to light them again in any case. It is customary to be stringent and not light one candle from another candle of the menorah. Although this is technically permissible, rather he should light them from the flame of the shamish or from some other candle. Bezrat Hashem. Sammy, meet my dad. Dad meets Sammy. Very special people.
What's up, Sammy?
How are we doing, Mr. Stepner?
Doing great.
Your son is a light. Your son is a very, very bright light.
Sammy's the brightest.
Sammy, it's all me. It's all my doing.
I'm sure.
Wow. Okay, Chaver, this is very exciting. This is very exciting stuff. We're starting a new sefer. I think we're starting new because of Sammy's fresh eyes and fresh energy. Coming for Shabbos, Hertz Aliyah, bring that fresh energy to the Hertz. It just makes sense. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Pausing Sichot Aran for now. Sicha 94. Baruch Hashem.
Pirkei Avot. Pirkei
And we're
Avot.
entering Pirkei Avot with the help of Breslov Pirkei Avot and Art Scroll Baruch Hashem. There's a lot to learn from. First time going through it. This is big stuff. So before it actually starts, we could give an introduction to Pirkei Avot itself, but it may be lengthy. So we could talk on the side, talk about where it originated from and why it's called Pirkei Avot. But there's an introduction before. The first teaching is not actually part of Pirkei Avot, but it's a quotation from the Mishnah in Sanhedrin. It says, since it emphasizes the intimate relationship between God and the Jewish people, it is customary to recite this teaching before each study session of Pirkei Avot. This is crazy. This is crazy, Chaver. So we're about to enter into a whole world. And it's very special. Very special. Learning from the sages, from our fathers. All right. So I guess it's we're just gonna learn on the way, learn what works, learn how much to add, learn how much less to not to add, the whole thing, but we'll start. So we'll start in Hebrew to begin. Kol Yisrael yesh lahem chelek le'olam haba, shenemar ve'amei kulam sadikim la'olam. Yershu Eres Netzer Matai Maaseh Yadali Pe'er. So all the people of Israel have a portion in the world to come. As it is written, your people are all tzaddikim. They shall inherit the earth forever. They are the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, in which I take pride. So Chavra, before we go into what this, there's so much. I mean, each Mishnah, you could talk about it for days, you could talk about it for years, for a lifetime. But we're going to choose specific pieces to talk about in the Mishnah. So we're going to start off with a source from the Mikveh Yisrael, from the Art Scroll. And he says like this, and Chaver, this is really big. He says the purpose of the introduction, like what we're learning right now, giving us the overview, is to explain to the Jewish people why us, more than any other nation, Chavra, need these Mishnayot, need the extensive ethical, moral instruction contained in Avos. So we specifically need these teachings. It shows the importance, it shows the intimacy, the connection between us and the Ribono Shel Olam. So what does it mean your people are all tzaddikim? So the Pirkei Avot, says Rav Nassan, is composed of ethical instruction to promote our spiritual benefit. It's all a plus, and it covers everything. That is why it is customary to read the above teaching prior to the study of each chapter. It reminds us that the words of the true tzaddikim are meant to draw us closer to the Torah and to the Ribono Shel Olam, and to God. Now, what does this mean? The prophet Isaiah states, your people are all tzaddikim, There's not just a select group that are tzaddikim, all are tzaddikim. And it says in the Mishnah itself, your people are all tzaddikim. Quoting from Isaiah. Are we though? Are all of us really tzaddikim? Perhaps not at present, says Rav Nassan. Nevertheless, the true tzaddikim of each generation seek out the hidden good in every Jew, so that in the light of our good points, we too may be considered tzaddikim. We've learned this before, the good points. How is it that we could be all that bad? There's at least one good point inside of us, and we have to search for that good point. So that is what the tzaddikim do. We go to tzaddik and we're broken. We go to a friend and we're broken. And you ever have that person in your life that says, no, you're actually this, but not in a general sense, but very specific. You're great at holding the door open for people. Very specific. You're great at making eggs. Very specific. Not you are the best. We love to hear that all the time. But something very specific. Something I got to work on. It's something that Rabbi Yair shows all of us. Right? Very specific good points. So the tzaddikim are able to do that. So moreover, as a result, with the good eye, Chevra, which we are viewed by the true tzaddikim, we become motivated to serve God and thereby fulfill our destiny in this world and the world to come. Thus Isaiah declares, they shall inherit the Eretz, the earth, or the land forever. We will inherit both Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, and Eretz L'chaim, the land of the living, the world to come. So Chaber Bezrat Hashem, every Jew is called a tzaddik. If we are able to look at the good points within ourselves, what does that do? It creates the desire to continue to rise, to continue to be better. And if we're able to search the good points in someone else, we're uplifting the world. We're uplifting worlds. Bezrat Hashem. We should know that everyone's a tzaddik. And if we can't see it in ourselves and we can't see it in other people, start inside. That person has a chilgo kamima like myself. And once you start inside, everything starts to blossom. Questions, comments, please feel free. Introductory to the Pirkei Avot. So intense, so good. Oy vey.
Shkoyach, Jack. That was beautiful.
It's really just a messenger. Just have a lot of great tzaddikim. Thank you, Gedalia Fenster. Thank you to the Breslov Research Institute. Thank you to the tzaddikim. Thank you to you guys in the background. So good. Sammy, questions, comments?
Yeah, something popped in. So something just quick popped in my head when we were talking about it. A big thing I think that carries me a lot is the Shevel Yipol Tzadik. Right? Like, what is a tzaddik? A tzaddik falls down 7 times, but he always comes back up. I think another point is that every time we have our downfalls, as we do every day, but we pick ourselves up and we continue forward, then that defines us as a tzaddik as well.
That's why we have you on. That's why we started with this. And that's why it's so good. It just makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. It's true. There's a misconception out there. Obviously, like we're not all perfect. But wow. That's what it is. That's what it is. But it's also in that too. It's like when we fall and we find the good point and we find the inner tzaddik, and we're able to rise, then it creates ratzon. It's right there. You said it perfectly. Amazing. Anything to add on the bottom before we go?
Nope. We'll add them in the notes. In the
notes. All right, Chavra. Bezrat Hashem, what a journey. And we shall be healthy, happy, and successful, fired up. Think about this. Let it sink in the heart. And hopefully we could spend a little more time searching our good points, searching the other good points in other people. And let's fire it up.